Hello there, and today I'll be reacting to Morpaz's compilation of his most viewed videos. Now, I put this one off because it's like Australia's hideous animals. I really don't like spiders. I am suffering for you on this one.
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently we found a new one, because of course we fucking did. And the new one is the most certified Australia moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spiders
You see me just like looking away.
The deadliest spider on the planet, because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think you were going to find it?
If you've ever seen me like on live stream and I'm playing like Resident Evil and like the spiders even in Resident Evil 1, like the original, not even the remake, scare the crap out of me. Ugh.
Are highly venomous and
I'm not even, God, I can't even look at the screen.
And if you think
I'm sweating.
will save you, be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather.
I can't even look at the screen. I'm like sweating already. I should have won a heart rate monitor. Can you imagine?
Rocking the same perk setup. That's right. Australian scientists have found a brand new species.
I'm not looking forward to editing this one.
How much bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimeters or 2 inches. And I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more.
I'm not even gonna make shots out of this. Normally I make clips out of the videos. That's not gonna happen for this.
4 inches of 8-legged menace.
Oh my God.
Kingdom. But that isn't even the best part. You see, do you know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientists named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet? The Newcastle Big Boy. Spider.
God damn it, Australia.
Big Boy. Only in
Oh
Australia.
God, I don't want to edit this. Can I pay someone else?
Platypus are weird. But I'm not
Okay,
sure
we're safe, we're safe, we're safe. Platypuses. I'm all about I'd rather have a platypus than a spider.
How fucking weird. See, everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer.
They sweat milk?
Creator and just called it a day. But you see, mate, that's barely.
Sorry, it takes 2 minutes of me hearing an Australian accent to just immediately want to go, that's not a knife.
Scratching the surface of weird platypus features. First up, as is the qualifier.
Oh, look how cute he is. Look how, I didn't know they could get that small. I guess as babies, obviously they start small, but they look like a Pokemon.
For any Australian animal. Did you know they're venomous? No, I'm
What?
not fucking with you. You heard me correctly. Male platypus actually have venomous spurs on their hind legs. These spurs are multi-purpose, acting as defense from predators, as well as a tool for throwing hands with other male platypus during mating season. And while their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't fucking suck. See, platypus
like jellyfish.
Cause extreme pain and swelling, and to ensure you remember not to fuck with them again, these effects can last for several months and have
Oh my God. And they're immune to pain meds.
or anti-venom. So if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it. Next on the list of offensive capabilities, I shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that big-ass bill isn't just for show, as it contains enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA blush. Possessing the ability to sense changes in pressure in the water, but most importantly, containing electroreceptors that track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey. Meaning
Are you
that when
kidding? They are literally sharks then.
They know about it. And last but not least, as if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are fucking biofluorescent.
They glow in the dark.
They glow. If you hit these things with a black
Why? Why do they glow?
light, they go bright fucking green. And the best part of that is we have no clue why they do it.
We don't know why.
I guess it just means Perry was a biblically accurate platypus, man. I'll give up, man. Who fuck?
They do. If you look at them and then you see them in the green, they kind of look like mutants from like Chernobyl or something.
This thing.
Wildlife in Australia. As being British, we have no dangerous wildlife. Like we used to have bears and wolves, but I think they're largely gone now. I think we might still have some wolves in maybe Scotland, but
Stepping on this rock could straight up paralyze you.
it's not a crab, is it?
Because this isn't actually a rock. That is a stonefish. A species.
A stonefish. I can't. My Australian accent has fallen over. A stone. Nah, it's not gonna happen, guys.
Native to Australia. And coming as a surprise to absolutely no one, it is also the most venomous fish in the ocean.
What's so weird about Australia is that when like all of the stuff happened and like the world shaped itself and like the tectonic plates shifted and like Australia like broke off and they drifted away, it's almost like Australia single-handedly was said to themselves, okay, we've got to take every of the worst version of every species on the planet and just concentrate them in this place.
Because of course it is. As if the fucking snakes and spiders weren't enough, now I can get packed up by a pet rock. But why is this Pokemon reject such a threat to my mental health? Well, you see, stonefish use their special venom for defense. However, unlike most other animals that do this little f***er doesn't have the decency to dress like a neon sign to warn you. No,
yeah.
no.
He's literally just a rock.
He's a 6th prestige prop hunt veteran, having evolved from the most impressive camouflage in the animal kingdom to make hunting easier. And once they've set themselves up, they are...
There's something about like ocean-based animals, and we haven't even seen like the bottom of like the ocean yet. There's gotta be some super crazy scary stuff down there. Like anything that is like a deep ocean animal is like straight out of nightmares.
Basically indistinguishable from Patrick Starr's house. Now, this is a fairly major problem as they love to live in the shallows on the beach.
Oh no, not on the shallows of the beach. Ah.
And that venom we talked about earlier is stored in these 13 giant, highly toxic spines that deliver venom when pressed on. You can probably see where I'm going with this. Considering it's hard enough to spot these things while you're paying attention, if you were, say, on a romantic walk along the beach with one of the homies, and while distracted by his ethereal beauty, weren't paying too much attention to where you were walking, it would be very easy to place your foot in the wrong spot and step directly onto 13 hypodermic needles, which would then deliver a ginormous dose of neurotoxin straight into your...
So you just like collapse, foaming at the mouth.
Oh, you thought it was normal venom? No. You see, these things maxed out the toxin skill tree, producing a mixture of 2 neurotoxins that can flatline you by collapsing your heart and lungs in under an hour. And even if you survive, the sting still causes extreme pain, swelling, and tissue necrosis. Because this is Australia.
Oh, so they're like necrotic. These guys like stepped out of a portal. They didn't come from Earth.
Where even the scenery is trying to one-shot me.
Yeah. I'm never moving to Australia.
Can straight hit you with a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Really? He's got like this fin on top. Can he like slice you?
Cassowary, a species of ratite native to the land down under. And for once, guys,
it's a proper dinosaur, that.
Can still flatline you though, and I'm going to tell you how. You see, these neon chickens belong to the same family of birds as the emu, and as such share
the emu. Emus aren't dangerous, right?
Impressive size, coming in at a solid 79 kilos.
Jesus Louise. They're way more than I do.
6 feet tall, meaning the short kings in my audience could, in theory, mount these things like a chocobo. But
yeah. A really colorful chocobo. You could make there'd be a mount for children.
Stick out from emus. Well, you see, the cassowary is basically a spec ops emu, being twice the weight, highly territorial, and most importantly, coming with a combat knife strapped to their foot.
A bayonet on their head.
It's a cassowary claw, and it's the reason
they're just dinosaurs.
Hit you with a fighting game finisher. You see, these claws are a full 5 inches long.
Jeez Louise.
5 inches, way too
That's
big
some
for
big
anything,
chicken feet.
especially for something that's going inside me. And if you anger the tactical assault turkey, that is exactly what you're going to get, as their go-to defense method is to kick you square in the gut with that kitchen knife and attempt...
Why is it so dangerous? It reminds me of when I played Dino Crisis on stream. I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday on my other channel. And I played Dino Crisis, and it's a fantastic game. Dino Crisis 1 and 2, highly recommend. You can fight raptors who basically fight like these guys.
And I mean, even if the kick doesn't put you
needs a shield.
Outsides, that kick is still going to send you flying, which can cause some fairly major problems. Problems like the incident that occurred in 2012, where I you not, a cassowary ran up behind a random tourist, hit the heavy attack button, and kicked the guy down a small cliff into the ocean.
He probably shouldn't be laughing, but he literally spattered him off the cliff. just did not like the look of him.
I mean, luckily he survived, But the fact that I live in a country where at any point I could
Yeah.
deal with a sneak attack by a kaiju turkey is f***ing terrifying. Touching this plant will put you in the hospital. I'm dying. This is
God.
the gympie-gympie plant.
Is there anything? Can you touch anything in Australia?
A piece of foliage native to the land down under.
Of
And surprising
Foster's
no one,
beer, which you
not
don't
only
wanna
is it
touch.
venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Yeah, no, of course, man. Even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me. Growing in the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that, upon closer inspection, aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic.
Oh my God. So if you step on that, that's like Lego times 1 billion.
Waiting to stab you and break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin.
Neurotoxin again.
Absolutely excruciating pain.
What was happening in Australia of where all like the wildlife and plants like just developed the most toxic, like anything that touches me, I'm gonna kill them. What made them develop like that?
With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth, and she'd given birth 4 times. And the fucked up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game.
Purely out of malice.
Saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years after being stung. This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body...
Oh, see. So to get rid of them, you have to put like acid on your hands.
Break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them. Meaning these neurotoxin emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin any time that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people alt F4ing existence to make it stop. This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh, because dude probably looked at it and thought, well, hey, that looks soft, and then got the worst experience of his life.
I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the nuts. Crocodiles are just dinosaurs that forgot to go extinct. I am dead serious, and I cannot think of a croc species to better make my point than the saltwater crocodile, a species native to the land down under, and shocking absolutely no one, yes, it can and will eat you.
Does it view us as prey, or is it only polar bears who view us as prey?
Forgetting to go extinct thing, the salty stat spread just feels like something that should have been patched out with the rest of Jurassic Park. Starting with their ridiculous size
and speed for how big they are.
Reptile on the planet, coming in at a total of 6
oh my God,
meters long with a maximum weight of 1,100 kilos.
It weighs more than a car. Imagine getting tail whipped by this.
Which makes...
Granted, he doesn't need to tail whip you because he'll just grab you and like toss you and that's it. But like even getting tail whipped would be painful.
This murder lizard genuinely longer than my f***ing car. The part is that despite being longer than my ute, they are for some reason absolute masters of stealth.
Yeah.
See, crocs are ambush predators, which is a scientific...
Shows a picture of Dr. Disrespect.
Saying they are dirty f***ing campers. You see, they've got 2 raised eyes that sit on the top of their heads, which means they can submerge their Ford Falcon-sized frame.
They're just dinosaurs. Just look at them.
Under the water without sacrificing the ability to spot whatever they are looking to turn into a Happy Meal. And from your perspective as the Happy Meal, they are really difficult to see. Which
it's like the Predator almost. Well, literally, because they are a predator.
Easy to walk just a little too close and yeah, get bitten in half by that hydraulic press they call a mouth.
Are they that strong? Just chomp through bone.
That's right,
Jeez.
just like any good camper, these scaly arseholes are packing a one-shot in the form of one of the highest bite forces of any animal on the f***ing planet, having been recorded at putting out a maximum of 3,700 psi of force through their jaws. To put that into context, your skull will crack at 1,100 psi,
Yeah.
so a croc would pop your head like a watermelon.
Yeah, they
And
wouldn't
if you
even
don't
notice
immediately
it.
get folded by the first bite, those jaws will latch onto you as the croc begins a death roll, spinning its ton of body weight like a washing machine until whatever
Yeah.
part of you it has decided to eat snaps off and is added to its protein goals.
The idea of doing the death roll is so wild. Like, I know it's like they came up with that and they evolved to continually like improve on the death spiral. I guess it's like make the prey like black out from like the G-forces or something.
But the best thing about the crocodile is their build is so f***ing good. They have genuinely been around with very little evolutionary change for 65 million years. Which means I grew up watching Steve Irwin wrestle dinosaurs for fun.
Oh, I miss Steve Irwin. I loved watching him as a kid.
Rest in peace, you absolute f***ing legend.
Yeah.
Koalas are really dumb. In fact,
Yeah, but they're really cute, right?
One is probably the dumbest thing on the planet. And
They're pretty
that's due to
docile.
this
How could they be
large
dangerous?
diet, because of all the things they could have chosen to eat, they chose to eat nothing but straight up poison.
Yeah.
You see, koalas feed exclusively on eucalyptus leaves, which, shocking no one, are highly toxic, because they are full to the brim with eucalypt oil, which is so fucking poisonous that as little as 3.75 mil is enough to land you in the afterlife.
Really?
With the Reaper asking you why the fuck you...
It sounds so nice, like eucalyptus. It sounds like refreshing almost. But when you say something like cyanide, that sounds kind of bad.
felt the need to eat a leaf.
Why?
Oh, it's also highly flammable and burns like napalm. Because Australia. Now, despite nature putting up this
Campfire
giant
gone
do
wrong.
not eat sign, that did not stop the koala, because he can't fucking read. This suboptimal bulking diet not only gives the koala all in the way of nutrition, but also requires their body to rest to filter out the toxins so they don't fucking cark it.
So why do they keep eating it? This is what I don't get.
Meaning they need to spend upwards of 18 hours a day sleeping in order to just digest their fucking food. These dumbasses spend most of their life in a food coma. That is, however, if they even get to the food to begin with, because they are so mind-numbingly brain dead that they will not recognize a eucalyptus leaf as food unless it is on the branch. I could give this dumbass a
What? So it could be like you can give it like in a big pile and it just won't even register.
food, and if it wasn't on a stick, he would starve to death. It should come as no surprise to you at this point that the koala has such...
I just love how the koala sits back and it's just like chewing quite happily, completely clueless and oblivious to the world.
pesky temperature IQ that they literally have a smooth brain.
No,
The thoughts slide right off of this dumb c***.
that's hilarious. Their brain is literally smooth. That is incredible. I didn't know any animal had that.
This wasp is basically a xenomorph. Introducing the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's auto.
Oh no, does it grab its prey, eject its like embryo inside of it, and then it births out of it? Is that how this happens?
But before we get to the strats, you're going to have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it fucking is, this fucker is the largest wasp on the planet.
It does look massive. It looks like, you know, the Geonosians from Star Wars.
2.5 inches. Which, I mean, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably...
I don't even want to visit. I don't even want to visit Australia anymore.
...most effective 2 inches has ever been, because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet.
Oh, really?
Just barely behind.
Oh my god.
Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as blinding, debilitating, and electric. Now, the size...
And it still blows my mind that people just for TikTok will go and get filmed just getting stung by these guys. We were talking about smooth brain koalas. Might have something in common there.
Poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests,
Yeah.
they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders, making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. But they don't just execute the spiders. No.
Jeez Louise.
Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce.
Oh no. I can't even look at the screen.
And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula.
Oh my
god.
god.
The bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley.
Yeah, gets mugged.
The 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him. Falling down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen. Instantly,
Oh my god.
and permanently paralyzing it. The bug harbour butcher then proceeds to drag
My skin is
the
crawling.
completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room. Which is
At
where
least the spider gets a taste of its own venom, shall we say.
It's pregnant and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralyzed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches.
Can someone else edit this?
A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately,
Oh,
there's a whole
no.
bunch of fresh fruit right
It's
here
really
underneath.
just aliens.
That food being the still paralyzed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae
It's
burrows
above.
into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out,
I can't even look.
avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished
It
corpse
bursts.
like a fucking chest burster and
Yeah.
fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight.
Yeah. Okay, it's over. I can look at the screen again. Jeez Louise.
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But that begs the question, which animal does win?
Oh, hippo?
And the answer, stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos, I present to you the hippopotamus.
Hippos are just prehistoric tanks.
Yeah, look, a hippo causing a 100-long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Moo
They look kind of cute as babies.
Don't change the fact that Moto here is a sentient Ford F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who
Look at
can
his
win this
teeth.
fight for one very specific reason. You can't fucking hurt it.
Oh, really?
You say the hippopotamus is possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an
Even more than like a rhino?
unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know
What? So it's walking around with like Kevlar body armor that's 2 inches thick.
especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically
What?
Don't believe
Yeah. What in the wild could possibly get at them? Maybe that saltwater crocodile? Maybe that's the only thing that can get them?
Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions.
Hippopotamus does not give a fuck. It's just like, bros, this is tiring you out way more than me.
Trying to convert it into a family meal.
Yeah.
Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a
Yeah.
single fuck. If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal.
Yeah.
They are, in fact,
Jesus.
violent,
They go after the crocodiles.
psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half.
Yeah.
A hippo's jaw produces 2,000 psi of pure crushing force. So if he catches your ass,
Yeah.
you are
That's
the
just
waterman.
nothing.
And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth.
Yeah, like
They'll put
tusks.
a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm.
Yeah, so they can gore you, they can split you in half, they can run you over, and they can probably crush you. They can do everything. All they're missing is a long-range attack.
But honestly, The bike doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour.
No way. If it tackles you, it's going to break bones.
Getting hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a f***ing bus.
Yeah.
There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over.
They're kind of like giant prehistoric pigs almost.
In summary, don't f*** with the hungry hippo.
Oh no, crocodile is in the middle. Poor guy. This is incredible. I am not looking forward to editing the spider stuff. I don't want to do it. People kept asking for this react and I kept turning it down because I didn't want to do the spiders. I might jump to the hippo, do my editing on the hippo and just forget everything else. And just set it up as the template. Links in the description, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye.